Hi friends, hope you're doing well. I'm Dr.Milind. So after NEET PG 2022 results were out, there are a lot of questions that are bombarding in the minds of all the PG aspirants. And I have also received a lot of mails and lot of messages regarding different questions. So it's not possible for me technically to reply to each and every message. But these are the overall queries which I have received. So through this video, I'll try to answer and give my opinion on these common questions which are troubling all the students after the NEET PG 2022 results. So let's try to answer. So these are the questions. So I will discuss one by one these questions, and I will try to give you my opinion, and with my experience I will try to solve this question. So first question is branch or college. That a lot of students have got a good rank, and sometimes whenever you get a certain rank, that you get a good college but not the branch that you want, and sometimes you get a branch but not in a college that you want. So I will always say that always keep branch ahead of the college, because college is going to be there with you for 3 years, branch is going to be with you for life. So I consider branches as a as I say, it's like a marriage. So it is going to be with you. I mean, you're going to be committed to your branch for a long, like forever. So you have to consider branch even if you're not getting in a so good college. Like for example, if you're expecting a good college in some metro city, and if you're not getting, it's okay, you can finish your college, you can finish there your 3 years, and you can plan your senior residency in the college that you have always dreamed. So you can work 3 years as a senior resident in the in your dream college, and you can gain the same experience. So guys, always keep branch or college, because once you take a, I mean, if you put a college above your branch, then you cannot change it. But college after 3 years you can change, and after 3 years then you can change. Even after every month or every year you can change your college. So that is my opinion. I think definitely you should go for a branch than a college. Now second question, what is frequently I'm getting is, I am a mid ranker, so students somewhere between 6 to 12,000. So they are a bit confused that whether to prepare or whether to sit for a counseling. So this is a good rank actually, but because of the competition we have, we might be missing on some good branches and good colleges. So I will say that you take a time out, you take a break, like everyone, not only you, everyone who have prepared. Definitely it's a break time. You should not start preparing like immediately, because your brain needs a break. It's all the monotonicity that has been happening. So take a break, and after that start preparing. Also, you should not miss out on the counseling, because there are 4 rounds in the All India PG, and the seats will not be reverted to the state. And there are also state counseling. So if you have a state quota or any other quota, you will definitely stand a chance to get a seat, because counseling is very unpredictable process. So definitely take a participate in a counseling, and whenever you fill a form or fill a choices, spend one day to do the research and make a list, and after that spend only 1 to 2 hours daily over the counseling thing, even not more than that. And when we are filling the form, just fill the form and leave it, and concentrate on your prepare. So you can do the both things simultaneously. But preparing, because we have NICT just in 5 months, and NEET likely to happen, NEET PG is likely to happen next year, because there is no word on next. So that will also be somewhere between Jan to March, so we can prepare for that as well. Now this is also, I had discussed about this topic about a friend getting a better rank, and when we have prepared, even we feel that better than them, how to handle it. So definitely, so we call it the three idiot syndrome. If you have seen the three idiot movie, so in three idiot movie, when, as they say, there is a dialogue that, we don't feel bad when our friend also fails, but we feel even bad when our friend tops the exam. So that's a normal human emotion. I remember when I was writing my exam, I got a very good rank in NICT, but in NEET PG, my friends who got very bad in NICT, they got a very good rank in NEET, like in top 1000. I was totally devastated, because I was surprised that I failed that. AIMS in AIMS I got better rank, and how they got a better rank in NEET. So guys, I always say that competitive exams are very unpredictable, and they're very unpredictable in the sense that you never know what will happen. It's just a question of it's just a matter of 3 to 4 questions. So yeah, I also see guys, it's not what you prepared for last 5 to 6 months, or like before your exam. It is also what kind of students you were during your UG time. Maybe your friend remembers something from your UG days, and this is where he takes the advantage. Also, what I have noted, lot of students, they succumb to the pressure, anxiety, and despite being as I say, that lot of student, they prepare well, but they fail to attempt a good exam. And some students, they are not very well prepared, but they attempt a good exam. So that is what separates them, and that is the reason why your friend got better rank, because maybe you succumb to the anxiety, panic attack that you had, or the silly mistakes that you did. But it does not mean that you are a bad student or your friend is it does not differentiate you on a knowledge level. It's just how they perform on that day, and it's okay. Just be happy for them, and your day will definitely come. If not, you're thinking about preparing again, you can definitely achieve that. Once when I got my rank, and one of my very good friend, he got a much higher rank, and I was very upset, and I took his advice that should I prepare or not. The advice that which he gave me, I'll just forward it to you guys. He told me to look after 10 years. Like, don't think after 6 months that your friend will take admission and will start his branch and you will be preparing. Don't think about now. Think about after 10 years. After 10 years, when we look back, I wanted to do MD medicine or MD pediatrics, and he took MD medicine. So he said, Milind, I am starting 6 months before you, but that does not mean after 10 years I will also be MD medicine and you will also be MD medicine. So after 10 years you have to think, and then people will not say that I started 6 months before you. So that does not matter. As long as after 10 years you end up doing the same thing, it is still worth it. So don't think about this part, and instead focus on how can you achieve your dream and be happy for your friend. Now, how do I talk? Like, a lot of students, we have always have to confront our parents, and this is the question, and this was the issue that I faced during my preparation as well. And the parents are always supportive, but sometimes even they want what is best for us, and they like I remember that when parents say that take DNB or take the other branch or take a private college or something like that, I used to feel that it's an indirect way of them saying that you won't be able to do it. But it's not like that. It's like they worry for you. They are worried because whenever we are preparing for the exam, all the time we are just sitting, just studying. We are away from all the things. Our life is totally disturbed. We are just doing one thing, and that is the reason why they tell us. So I will say there is no point in getting upset or getting angry on the your parents or your friends. Just sit with them, talk with them, tell your plans, and even if it is delayed by 6 months or 1 year, it does not matter as long as you achieve it. And definitely, I think the best way is to talk to them, to put your side in front, and to just talk to them calmly instead of just shouting on each other. I think if we stay calm and if we convey our what we exactly want to say with clarity, I think definitely our parents will support you, and that is what happened with me. I put my what I wanted to with my dad. I also told him the backup plan that if I don't get MD medicine or pediatrics in AIMS, I'll go for DNB. I'll take the DNB medicine. That I had given him that assurity, and I think that is the best thing that we can do. That talking to our parents with clarity, and they will definitely support us. Now there are some students who are saying that based on recalls our score was better, but real result is completely different. How is that possible? See, first of all, the recall videos, as we know that this NEET board is not going to release the official answer key and the question paper. So there is always a recall errors. Lot of classes, sometimes they take the questions from the students. So there are definitely recall errors about the question, that what kind of the question was asked, about the options. So there is always a confusion regarding the interpretation of the question. So the answer which you get in a recall video might be different. I'm not saying wrong, might be different. Always, as I used to say, that some questions have two best answers, but what you will see, it depends on the examiner, that who have set your paper, and there are not many questions which are like that. So that definitely affects a bit, but the reason for that is recall error, and also the interpretation of the question that was reproduced is wrong. So this happens. It does not mean that you have your questions are right, you have answered right, but they have marked you wrong. It's not like that. So you don't have to worry about that part. What has happened. You have to let this fact go. Now a lot of students say, sir, if I prepare again, will I be able to get my dream branch? See, there are a lot of students, even myself, like I prepared again and I got my seat. There are a lot of inspirational stories that we see. There are a lot of motivational stories that we see, and we get inspired by that. But let me tell you something, that it happened with us. It does not mean that it will happen with everyone. It does not mean that everyone who is preparing again will get their seat. There are a lot of factors that affect. There was uncertainty regarding this exam, that when this exam will happen. Similarly, there is a lot of uncertainty regarding next exams and all. So you have to take into consideration all this fact. Also, as I always say, risk is something that differentiate between the extraordinary and a normal person. This is the risk that you have to take. We all took risk. We knew that there is a high chance that we might not get our seat, we might not get the result that we desire, but still we persisted and we got what we want. So don't so but if you have this thing in mind that if I prepare again, will I be able to get? See, the only person who can answer this question is you. That if you prepare well, what I can guarantee you that whatever whichever students have prepared well and tick marked, they have got the good results. So definitely you can give your best shot. Now if you think that this question troubles you about the capabilities and whether a lot of students saying, sir, I feel worthless and I don't know whether I will be able to do that or not, so I'll advise you to watch this movie. You have time now. So the movie's name is Gataka. So you can watch this movie to get the answer of your question. But the moral message of the movie is that we can definitely rise above our genetic predispositions. A lot of students say that that student is already topper, he was always topper, and he is always superior to me. Maybe I don't have that brain, I don't have that thing to be the topper. But with specific emphasis on your predetermined physical abilities, you can definitely achieve whatever you want. There is no gene for human spirit. We say his father is doctor, he's there with educated family. I am not from the such family. He has a superior genes. But there is something called human spirit, and there is no replacement for the human spirit, and there is no gene for the human spirit. You can achieve the impossible if you have the strongest of will. So don't worry about that fact. If you see this movie, you will definitely get this message about giving up. There are students who have given multiple attempts, like they have given 3-4 attempts and still they are not able to succeed. So they are thinking whether to give up or not. See guys, there are a lot of factors. There are family issues, there are personal issues which will be there and which you have to take into consideration. But there is always a middle, that you can find a middle way. Some students, they do the job simultaneously and prepare, and getting married, starting family is equally important as your preparation. So don't think that don't make NEET PG exam everything. Also, I would like to advise that whatever I'm going to say next is highly motivational, and definitely I don't get carried away by this. You have to use your brain. It's not the motivation is always works. Sometimes you have to look for the answer. So I will, if you are troubled by this question, I'll recommend you one movie to watch. The name is The Rush. So what this movie is about? So it's about two Formula One drivers, so who were competing, and it was they had a exceptional they were the exceptional racing car drivers, and who developed very fierce rivalry in the 70s. And this is based on the real story. And one of the driver, his name was Nicky, he risks his life to win the race in unfavorable conditions. So there might be unfavorable conditions for you right now to prepare again, but is it worth enough to risk your everything? That is what you have to feel. There are some lines said by him in the movies which I like to put in front of you. So what is more powerful than fear itself is the will to win. So that's what he tell himself, that I know I might fail. When I had rank 2700 in my NEET PG examination, when I wrote my NEET PG examination in November, I have medicine seat in my hand, but I had this dream of going into AIMS. So that was the reason I left. I did not participate in the counseling. I had this fear that I might not get the medicine again, but my will to win was it was higher than my fear to lose. So that's the reason I think succeeded. Also, the students who got a good rank, we are happy. Like there are mid rankers who are happy but confused, that they're not understanding whether to participate in the counseling or not. So that is the thing. Happiness is the enemy that we consume. It puts a doubt in your mind, and suddenly you have something to lose. So if you have a rank like 4,000, or if you are rank like 8,000, a lot of your seniors will tell, if you repeat, you might not get the seat, and this is seat you will lose, and these are the things you will lose. The students who get good rank like 1,000 to 2,000, and they want radio or colleges in Delhi, but now the doubts are in your mind, that because now you have something to lose. So this is also something that is going to hold you back. A lot of people will say, it's an unnecessary risk, preparing again, it's unnecessary, it's not needed. But what would be life if we did what is only necessary? That is the joy of the life. See, whatever I am saying, it's not applicable for everybody. As I said earlier, it's not motivation that we should always look for. So what I want to tell you all guys is, there is no gene for human spirit. You can definitely achieve everything that you have want, and there are a lot of examples. There are working mothers, there are interns, there are students who, along with the job, have cracked NEET PG exam, who have done it in the multiple attempts. So definitely it's possible. You can rise above your potential with your strongest will. Life won't be fun if you do only what is necessary. Yes, definitely our parents or friends are they're advising us to do what is important, what is needed, but I don't think it's a fun if we keep doing only what is necessary. To dream, to believe, and keep working on your goal is what makes us feel alive. So I'm not saying that it should affect the decision that you are going to take, but if you're looking for a thread, if you're going looking for a message, if you're looking for some that hint that whether you prepare or not, whether you should prepare or not, these are all the positive things and positive world along with the check of reality I wanted to give to all of you. So guys, I hope you find your answer, and definitely watch these two movies, Kataka and The Rush, and you'll find a lot of answers. So I wish you all the best and take care.